YouTube, welcome back to another video, man. My name is Motion FX, and today I'll be just going over previous trading week. You know what I'm saying? A little trade recap, week recap. We had a break even week. You know what I'm saying? We took 2 L's and we took 2 W's. And yeah, so I'm gonna just go over the trades that I took, and I'm gonna show you guys why I took these trades. Let's get into the video. So as you guys can see right here on the screen, this is the first trade I took right here. This is on US 30. I mean, honestly, the trading plan was good, right? It just didn't play out, but I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't break my rules or none of that, right? So basically, if you guys watch the channel, you guys know my strategy already. I just trade breakouts, right? Pretty easy, pretty simple. So all I'm looking for is the previous high before 9:30 a.m., which is the stock market open, right? So I'm looking for the previous high before 9:30 EST, and I'm looking for the previous low before 9:30 EST, right? So as you guys can see, we have a low right here, right? And we have a high right here, right? Now this is the 930 candle, right on that yellow vertical line right here. That is the 930 candle, right? So what I wanted to see at 930 was for price to either break above the previous high, or I wanted to see price break below the previous low. Pretty simple, but it has to be at 9:30 a.m. So as you guys can see right here, right on that 9:30 candle, we got a breakout right above that previous high. So we entered on our buy position, 40-point stop loss, and targeted a 1 to 2. Now, what price did right here was came up, swept London highs, right? So as you guys can see right here, we have London highs. Price came up, swept London highs, and then continued dumping to the downside. So I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. I followed my strategy, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a part of trading. You're not gonna win every single trade, and you're not gonna lose every single trade, right? That's just a part of trading. Now, the next trade I took was on NOS 100, right? So I'm just gonna go to the date, which was Tuesday. This was also an L trade, right? Now, the reason I did break my rules in this trade, and it wasn't on the charts specifically, like about the strategy or none of that. It was really just what I said, right? So for the previous 2 weeks, right, NOS 100 hasn't been acting the norm, right? So we've been getting a lot of fake outs, right? And I said to myself, I'm not gonna trade NOS 100 until it starts to clear up, right? So I basically went against my rules. Now, the reason why I took a trade on NOS 100 was because I was looking at US 30. So if you go back to the US 30 chart on Tuesday, I was looking at US 30, right? Now, we had our setup, right? So as you guys can see, we had our previous lows, which would have been our support zone, and we had our previous highs before 9:30, right? Now, as you guys can see, this candle pushed below the support zone, right, at 9:25, right? So once again, I don't take trades until it's 9:30 a.m., right? It has to be 9:30 a.m. So that's when the stock market opens, right? So that's when the volume kicks in, right? So it has to be at 9:30 a.m. It can't be at 9:28, it can't be at 9:29. It has to be at 9:30. So price broke below this support zone at 9:25. And we didn't really have a clear support zone to go off of for a breakout, right? So 9:30 hits and price just kept dumping. So I just didn't take the trade, right? Because that would have been breaking my rules if I took the trade. Now, we did have this low over here that we could have went off of. But once again, I look for the previous high and the previous low before 9:30. So as you guys can see, this is the previous low and this is the previous high. So there was nothing to go off of. Even if I went on the 1-minute time frame, I don't trade off of the 1-minute time frame at all, right? Because it's not as clean as the 5-minute. But as you guys can see right here, there's literally nothing to go off of. So I just said, you know what? I just didn't take the trade. And in the long run, I know this is gonna benefit me, right? I have been doing this for I don't even know how long now, like for a long time. So I know my strategy is profitable, right? And I know following my rules, even if I did miss this trade and I could have took it, I know following my rules will benefit me in the long run. That's all what trading is about. Now, the reason why most people aren't profitable, bro, is because they just can't follow rules. They're chasing money and they don't know when to just walk away and follow their rules, right? So that's basically all it is, right? So we took a L because we basically didn't have a trade set up on US30, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just try to take the trade on NOS 100, and as you guys can see, unfortunately, we took a fat L, right? Actually, this wasn't even, what am I doing? Hold on. Yeah, so unfortunately, we took a fat L because I went against my rules. Basically, me saying that I wasn't gonna trade NOS 100 because of how trash it's been. It's been faking out all that stuff. And as you guys can see, me not following my rules, me not following what I said I was gonna do, resulted in me losing, right? Now, we didn't do anything wrong, once again, right? Other than what I just told you guys. We didn't do anything wrong, right? In terms of strategy, right? We had our recent high right here. We had our recent low, right? This is all structure. So I go off of breakouts of structure, right? So recent high, recent low, we had that. And then we got the breakout at 9:30, which would have been right on this purple candle, which is where we entered our position. We almost hit our 1-to-1, got a kind of bad entry. So we almost hit our 1-to-1, and then price just decided to reverse, stop us out. So, I mean, that's all part of trading, once again. You know what I'm saying? So going into next week, I'll know, just focus on what you said. You know what I'm saying? You said you wasn't going to trade NOS 100, so don't trade NOS 100. Even if there's not a setup on US30, then do not trade NOS 100 because you already know NOS 100 has been bad for the whole week, right? So going into next week, I will definitely keep that in mind. But I mean, those are the two trades I lost so far. And then these are the winning trades, right? So I said what I was gonna do, right? I was gonna stick to US30 for the rest of the week, and that's what I did. And as you guys can see, we started catching W's, right? So first, when I came into the market, I kind of saw this choppy little range right here that I just didn't like. As you guys can see, just choppy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Just wasn't any trades there, no high, no low. It was just choppy, right? So I wasn't gonna take this trade until price created this high, right? Price created a low right here. So I'm just gonna mark it off for you guys. As you guys can see right here, price created a low, and then price created a high, right? Price came back down, retested this low, rejected it, and then as you guys can see, that 9:30 candle gave us the breakout to the upside. As soon as we got that breakout to the upside, right, entered on our buy position, 40-point stop loss, and I was just targeting these highs right here. I just wanted to see price take out these highs right here. If you guys don't know already, price always goes to liquidity, right? Price always wants to take liquidity. So targeted these highs, and as you guys can see, we hit a 1-3 W trade, made back all the losses that we took. Well, not all, but we made back one of the losses so far. We're still a little bit down, but we made back one of the losses. So one more trade would make back the other loss and keep us break even, which is exactly what happened. So if we go to the next trade, the very next day, caught another W, right? Just because we followed our rules, right? We said we were gonna stick to US30, and we did, and this is what happened. So basically the same thing. Now, I didn't really risk a lot on this trade because normally I don't like to trade off of London highs or London lows, right? So as you guys can see, we have London highs up here and we have London lows right here. Now we did trade off of London lows, and the reason why I don't like to trade off of London lows because sometimes price likes to just grab London liquidity and then fake you out and push to the upside, right? So I just risk a little bit less just in case we was to get fake out, then I wouldn't have lost that much money, if that makes any sense. So basically, same thing happened, right? Our strategy, we had our recent low, right? And we had our recent high. And all we wanted to see was a breakout before 9:30. As you guys can see, this is the 9:30 candle. We got the breakout to the downside, right? 40-point stop loss, targeted on 1 to 2, right? Now, I really could have just targeted these previous lows, but I just wanted to get in and get out. So as you guys can see right here, we had previous lows right here, and it was pretty obvious price was going to sweep those lows, but I really just wanted to get in and get out just because I just want to secure the profit, right? I was already down on the week, right? And I just wanted to become break even. Now, so I just took that 1 to 2 and I just called it break even. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I held it, right, it would have been just about a 1 to 3, and we probably would have made profit. We would have made a little bit over break even, but I mean, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just going to take what I got, right, and just call it a break even week. And then next week we'll come back and then we'll dominate the markets. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the week recap. I don't trade on Fridays, right? And I'll show you guys why I don't trade on Fridays. Fridays, pretty much has like the worst price action ever. Like Fridays are just bad. Like every single Friday, like back then when I just first started trading and I would trade on Fridays with this strategy, bro, like I would never win, right? So it's really just the worst. It's like bad price action for this specific strategy, right? But let's say we was to take this trade, right? So we had lows, right? This is the 930 candle, so I'm just gonna mark it out for you guys. That's the 930 candle, and we have lows, previous lows before 930, and we have previous highs before 930. So we can either enter off of this high, or we could even enter off of this high. But now, just to be more safe, I would have entered off of this high right here. So let's say we entered on this trade, right? We got the breakout to the upside at 930 on a buy position. Boom. We would enter on our buy position, 40-point stop loss, and as you guys can see, price would have came back down and stopped us out, right? So we got the breakout to the upside, next candle, price came back down, stopped us out, and then kept pushing up. So I mean, price action is just pretty horrible on Fridays, and I know that because I backtest and journal every single trade, and I backtest every single day. So that's the reason why I'm profitable, right? And I know there's gonna be some people in the fucking comments trying to talk trash about the breakout strategy and, oh, if it was so easy, blah 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 blah. Like, bro, what I need to tell you guys is, bro, the more simple the strategy is, the better. You don't need to get a bias, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need, bro. I mean, bro, hey, it's whatever, bro, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm making money. I'm not finna sit here and, you know what I'm saying, try to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't really care, bro. As long as I'm making cheese, bro, you can sit in the comments and talk trash. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? You're just pushing my video out more to the algorithm. So, really don't care. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the week trade recap. We had a break-even week. Wasn't the best week, but we'll be back next week and we will go crazy for sure. So peace. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next video.